Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today it is very hot. You may notice a sheen of sweat over my face right now. It is blazing hot in the Stuff and Things studios. You may also know that I do construction work. I've mentioned it in previous videos. I work outside in the heat in the summer. I do concrete work. And that being the case, I thought it might be cool to show you some of the clothing I wear when I'm working, my work gear, my summer work gear to be specific. And this is all geared towards, yes, durability, because the clothing is going to take a beating, but also I'm trying to protect myself from the harmful rays of the evil sun. I don't want to look like I'm 60, you know, before my time, craggly lobster man. So I've got a selection of things. These are the things that I've been wearing. Some are fairly recent that I've kind of incorporated into my gear. Some things I've had for a while, but I thought I would just start out, show you all the pieces, and then throw it all together into a complete ensemble, and you can see how ridiculous I look at the end. So we're gonna start out first with the pants. These are Carhartts. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with Carhartt. Some things I think are pretty good quality. Some things I think just don't hold up really well. Zippers seem to break a lot on Carhartt pants or Carhartt jackets, but these are pretty good. I've had this particular pair for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, and they've seen a lot of abuse. These are, I've got all my information here, the Carhartt Men's Rugged Flex Rigby Double Front Pant. And the double front thing is the main, I guess, party trick with these pants. You'll see they have the old like denim carpenter pants that are double front, but they're so thick and so heavy that in the summer I just don't like wearing them. So these are cotton with a little bit of elastic in them. So they have more stretch. They're a little bit lighter. They're not as durable, I wouldn't think. But in the summer months especially, I think they're just a little bit better than those super, super heavy denim pants. But the big thing is that they're double fronted, and they have this little slot here in the knee, and you can shove foam pads up in here. And this has kind of revolutionized my entire work experience. I would try to wear, you know, the external knee pads in the past, the kind that you strap on. They always shift around. They're never in the right place. They're falling down. They're hitching up. They're so obnoxious, and I absolutely hate them. So often I would just go without knee pads completely, which is not good when you're doing concrete work. You're on your knees a lot. You're finishing a slab. So having these foam pads in here, they're actually, I tried to actually yank one out, but once I got it in here, I couldn't get it out again without a lot of hassle. They're the Soft Knees No Strap knee pads, 6" by 9", and I got them on Amazon for $15.26. These Carhartts are regularly priced $49.99. They come in several different colors. These are like the kind of charcoal color. I also have a pair here in kind of the classic Carhartt khaki. They work quite well. The knee pads can stay in. You can wash these. They recommend you wash them inside out and then don't dry with high heat. But, you know, the knee pads stay in there. They're not super thick, but they do the job. Some other little stats for these pants here. 98% cotton, 2% spandex. You can machine wash them. They're stretchy, which is nice. Kind of a relaxed fit, but not super baggy like a lot of Carhartt stuff, which I like. They also have a relaxed seat and thigh. They are double fronted, as I mentioned, and then there's like a secure cell phone pocket in the right leg right here, which I don't think I've ever used. And then one of the back pockets, the right back pocket here, actually has like a little zipper pocket inside there as well, so you can secure valuables if you need to, but not bad. I've been using these, as I mentioned, for several months. This is a newer pair. And then the charcoal pair I have here is the oldest one, and they've been holding up pretty well. I'm on my knees a lot, and they haven't worn through yet. Okay, next, I mentioned the soft knee pads. Now we're gonna get into shirts. And there's kind of a weird thing going on here with the shirts, because when it's hot, I would like to wear as little as possible, but then at the same time, I also want to protect myself from the sun, because no matter how much sun lotion or sunblock you lather onto yourself, it's going to wear off. You're sweating, you're moving around, so even if you keep reapplying it, you're going to end up getting burnt or just way too tan and sun damaged after a while. So I've been trying out this. This is an Under Armour shirt. It is in fact the Under Armour Men's Mark 1 quarter zip graphic shirt. This is part of their heat gear line, which is supposed to be for hot temperatures. There's a lot of mesh. I don't know if you can see this. If I put the camera up close, it's kind of mesh in the back, but it's still supposed to be, I think, UPF 50. Actually, I don't know if it shows the actual sunblock quality of this, but it's supposed to block out the sun. So the back is kind of mesh. There are some mesh inserts under the arms and down the sides here. This particular t-shirt I got, it's the graphic version and it was on sale. The regular price of these are $45 on Amazon, but this particular one was $33.75. You can get just the solid colors without these graphics on them, but they're all $45 currently on the Amazon.com website. But it's pretty good. It's not too hot and it does give me a lot of coverage. And the reason I went with this quarter zip is because there's one thing I can't stand is being out in the heat working. You get sweaty, and if you have like just a normal like crew collar shirt like this, you just feel it on the back of your neck. You feel the sun hitting your neck, and then this is like scraping all the time, and I don't know, it just drives me crazy. And so I wanted something with a higher collar that would sort of cover my neck up more. But we're gonna get into the whole neck coverage thing a little bit more here in a second. But so far I've been enjoying this. This is the size medium. A couple other stats with this baby. It's 90% polyester, 10% elastane. Heat gear fabric is supposed to be very comfortable in the heat, and it's not scratchy, it doesn't get itchy, it probably doesn't feel as good as cotton, but then it doesn't soak in as much moisture as cotton. So cotton can get really heavy and just sort of stretch, and I don't know, after a while, since it's a natural fiber. Mesh back and underarm, as I mentioned, and it's stretchy too, so it moves with you. And then supposedly the material wicks sweat and dries really quickly, and it has an anti-odor treatment, which I haven't really been able to test yet because I've only had this for a couple weeks, but I've been wearing it in the heat and it's been doing a pretty good job. All right, next we have speaking of neck protection, this is the Mission Multi-Cool 12-in-1 multifunctional gaiter and headgear. So it's basically a neck gaiter. It's a big old tube like this, and the thing with this is I will show you this all on eventually, but you scrunch it up, you pull it over your head, and it protects your neck from the sun, especially the back of your neck. That's where it really feels like if I have an exposed back of neck when it's a really hot sunny day and I'm working, it seems to raise my temperature by 20 degrees. And just having some coverage, even though you would think, what are you're wearing a scarf out in the heat? Actually, the fact that you've covered your neck up makes you cooler. And this is such a light fabric. It's, I don't know if I actually have what it's made out of here. It just says unnatural fibers. But this is basically $13 to $20 depending on the color. This is kind of the khaki color that they had. And it says that it can cool to 30 degrees below average body temperature when wet. So that's sort of the trick with this, is that when it's really hot, you can douse this in water, you wring it out. They show this ridiculous thing where you're supposed to snap it 3 times to activate the fibers. I don't think that's really necessary. But it works as kind of a radiator where the water gets into the fibers, and as you wear it, you know, with evaporation, the sun hitting that, evaporating the water, it actually cools your neck to a significant degree. And it stays moist for a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, depending on how hot it is. And it really makes a big difference. And then you can configure it into all sorts of different ways. If it's really dusty, you can pull it up as a mask over your face. You could wear it as sort of a crazy balaclava if you want to. It's pretty versatile, and I've been using this for a while, and I like it a lot. All right, next we have one hat by Outdoor Research. This is the Outdoor Research Swift Sun Hat. This is in multicam. It comes in all sorts of different colors. The multicam version is regularly $29, but I got it on sale, I think currently for $21 on Amazon.com. And then the other colors are around $25, I think, but various size and color combinations may be cheaper on Amazon. It's one size adjustable. It has this little adjustable thing in the back where you basically just pull it out to where you want it. You could tuck the excess into the rim or the band if you want to. It has a little quick release clip here. I don't know why you would ever use that. But it's a very light, it's not the most protective hat in the world, but it's sort of a ripstop nylon on the top and then just this mesh underneath. So it really keeps you cool. If you can look inside here, it's basically all mesh inside. It has a really nice moisture wicking sweatband on it. And then the ripstop nylon on the top kind of protects the top of your head from the sun. This is what I wear when it's not extremely hot and extremely sunny. Motorcycles, thank you. But It does the job for just kind of a mildly sunny day, maybe partly cloudy day. It's machine washable, but then you want to drip dry. Just some other features here that I have. It is water resistant, breathable, lightweight, wicking, quick drying, transaction headband. UPF 50 plus rated to protect you from the sun. And then it also has this dark fabric under the brim that's supposed to help from like reflected light going into your eyes. I don't know how much that actually works. It's also packable. You could apparently crush it down. I don't know if you would want to crush the brim. I think it's plastic and not cardboard in the brim, which is nice. So when you're washing it, it's not going to get all misshapen, but a nice hat. I like it quite a bit. There's what it looks like on. Like I mentioned, one size. I have a fairly large head and I still had to adjust it and tighten it quite a bit to get it to fit properly, but you don't even feel like you're wearing a hat when you're wearing this hat. So pretty nice. So this is the hat I wear when it's kind of sunny, and when it's really hot and really sunny, I wear this ridiculous thing. This is the Outdoor Research Helios sun hat. I've kind of been on an outdoor research kick lately. Has a lot of the same features. It's 100% nylon, so it's sort of a nylon ripstop fabric. I don't know if you can see the pattern there. So fairly abrasion resistant, supposed to be pretty strong. Has the same moisture wicking sweatband inside. Very light, very airy, kind of a mesh-like material on the inside as well. It does have a draw cord for your chin if you want to use that, but they're removable if you're not a fan. I just kind of tuck them inside and pop it on my head. But it does have a pretty large brim, so if it gets windy, you can cinch it down. It won't blow away. This is, I think it comes in small, medium, large. I got a large, but then it does have this little draw cord adjustment on the back, so you can adjust the fit a little bit. I think it does a really good job of protecting you from the sun. Protects the nose, protects the face, protects the ears, protects the neck so you don't get burnt. I like it quite a bit. Does it look ridiculous? Yeah, it kind of does, but it does a job. It's for practicality, not for style. And this one is regular price $37, but I got this particular color, the khaki, on Amazon for $18.97. And then there are all sorts of other colors of varying prices. Some are around $22, $23, some are the full price. It just depends. I'm gonna put links in the description box below for all these items on Amazon, and depending on your size and color combination, the price may vary. And then the last thing, as I continue wearing this ridiculous hat, for gloves, I always wear gloves no matter how hot it is. And I just use these Atlas Thermafit nitrile gloves in extra large. So they have nitrile palms. They don't last forever, obviously, but they're like $3 and I just pick them up at any hardware store. But they are very dexterous. You can pick up nails, you can hammer, you can do anything you need to do with these babies on. And they really mold to your hands eventually. So you can see it's just like a skin of nitrile over your actual hands. And only thing is, even though these are extra large, they're still too small in the thumb. I can never find gloves that actually fit me properly. If I get the XXL in these, then the fingers are too small or too big, and it fits here, but then the fingers are all just bunchy and annoying. So these mostly fit, but it depends on your hand size. I have kind of weird large thumbs, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, that's all the gear. I'm gonna throw all this on, give you a little fashion show, and you can see how ridiculous I look when the entire ensemble is together. Ta-da! All right, pants first, and please excuse the mic cable, but you can see these are the Carhartt Flex, Rugged Flex Rigby double front pants. There's a lot of good stretch. No, I'm not wearing shoes or socks right now because, like I said, it's hot. You can see how these knee pads, they're just right there. They're right where you need them, whenever you need them. They're not moving around, and they're not really heavy. They're not obstructive in any way. And the nice stretch quality in these pants, they're not super large, they're not overly baggy, but they move with you, and I like that a lot. And the fabric is light enough. It's mostly cotton with a little bit of elastic in there, but they seem pretty durable. I'm assuming they're not gonna last as long as the super, super heavy denim Carhartt pants, but so far, so good. I'm liking it. And as for the rest of the ensemble, yes, I look ridiculous, but I'm pretty protected from the sun now. I've got my Under Armour shirt, the Mark I quarter zip heat gear shirt. This isn't the compression shirt that Under Armour makes. It's kind of, I guess they call it relaxed fit. This is a medium, but it fits fairly loosely, a little tighter in the arms, but it stretches and everything. Good protection, nice mesh under the arms, mesh in the back, so it's pretty cool. I've got this Mission 12-in-1 cooling neck gaiter on, protects the back of my neck from the sun. That's nice. And then the ridiculous but very practical Outdoor Research Helios sun hat. I look like I should be out, taking pictures for the Audubon Society or something instead of actually doing concrete work. People make fun of me on the job site, but I can make fun of them when they die of sun cancer later. So there you go, gang. That is my summer work gear. It might change a little bit. Sometimes I will just wear a t-shirt and then try to lather myself as much as possible with sunscreen. But for the most part, I've been rocking this and I think it's been doing a good job. So like I said, links in the description box below for all of these items. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things, showing you what I wear when working in the summer. I'll see you later.